molweni kweliqala. Cinga seyiqedile, maniqhubekeke. Molweni kweliqala. Molweni nakweliqala. Ndiyabulisa bethinana. Ndiyabulisa kuwo onke amacala. Ninjani? Ninjani namhlanje? Namhlanje mandithembe ukuba konke kuhamba kakuhle, 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 kakuhle. Hello the side. Hi, hi, hi. I am greeting you guys. Greeting. Who am I greeting? I'm greeting you. And you. And you. And you. I hope everything is okay. Are you okay? Let's hope that everything is okay, or at least this video makes you feel better. It makes you, yes, you feel better. Okay. So you've already seen the title, just down below here. And in today's video, I'll be teaching you, yes, you. In other words, in today's video, I'll be dropping I'll be dropping some knowledge by teaching you about South African dishes. African dishes from 10 different African countries. Africa is so big, with over 50 countries. 54 to be exact. So one of you guys had asked if I could do a part 2 of the famous African dishes video that I did, and I thought to myself, thought to myself I could do other African countries besides South Africa, because there's so many different countries with so many different foods that they can offer you. And so that's exactly what today's video is all about, because we have 54 countries. These countries have their own different cultures, traditions, languages. To make this video interesting, I then thought even further. Ndasebenzisa amathambo engqondo, ndacinga kwakhona. Xa usebenzisa amathambo engqondo uyacinga uba yintoni enye ungayifakela. Cinga kaloku ntombi enkulu. Ndacinga ndenze njalo ke uba ndofakela into entsha. I then because there's so many different cultures with so many different languages from each of the 10 countries. I will firstly greet you in their language and then move on to state their two famous dishes. But before we get started, I would like to disclaim something. I'm South African. Why am I saying that? There are chances that I am not gonna pronounce the names how they are supposed to be pronounced. And one of my English teachers, when I was at school, used to say, there is no school for pronunciation as long as you know how to spell something. That's the more important part, knowing how to spell it, because there is no school for what? For pronunciation. So every time I make sure that I know how to write the right words. You might not know how to say it, but if you can write the right words, that's more of significance. That's a better form, of communicating. Anyway, that's up for debate. What do you think? What I think is that, without further ado, let's get started. Today I'm a teacher. I'm holding a cane because I want to teach you. It's not a cane, it's a pointer. Because I want to point to you. Our principal used to carry a cane. So every time he went, you'd carry a cane and he would point using a cane, and that cane also used to students. But there's a new rule that came about in South Africa that you don't students anymore. But that's usually done it applies to all South Africans, but it's usually done in the big towns and cities. But if you go to the villages, students get from their teachers, even though it's illegal, but the students don't complain or anything like that, because that's how they were raised, and they don't know that they're supposed to say, no, you can't beat me, or when they can't complain, because that's seen as a sign of disrespect. Anyway, that's a video for another day. Let's start exploring our beautiful, absolutely gorgeous continent. And I want to kickstart our video with Nigeria. Our very, 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 very first country is Nigeria. In Nigeria, we have Yoruba. When you want to say hi, hello, hi, in Yoruba, you say, what do you say in Yoruba? You say, baoni. That's hi, hello, hi. In Yoruba, you say, baoni. In Yoruba. Besides, Yoruba, we also have Igbo. In Igbo, you say Kedu. dish made with rice, tomatoes, onions, and spices, and it is often served with chicken, beef, or fish. Chicken, beef, or fish. That was our very first dish. Jollof rice. Jollof rice. Did you hear that? Let's move on to dish number 2. Dish number 2. Our second dish in Nigeria is pounded yam. Pounded yam and egusi soup. Egusi soup. Egusi soup. This is a smooth, mashed yam served with a thick, nutty soup made from ground melon seeds, spinach, and meat. Spinach and meat. Ndiyithanda ukufa kaloku inyama. Inoba ndingayithanda ke le kuba ndiyithanda ukufa inyama. Ndiyayithanda. And then after our first country, Nigeria, I think it's fair for us to move to country number 2. Country number 2. Our second country. Can you guess what it is? It is Ghana. In Ghana, we have a language called Twi. That is TWI. Twi or Twi. When you say hi, you say akwaba. What's interesting is that akwaba in my language is isiXhosa means something different. Akwaba is hello in Twi. But in isiXhosa, akwaba means a wish. Akwaba bendinemali. Oh, how I wish I had money. Akwaba, I wish. Akwaba. It's something that you long for, something that you wish for, or something that, oh, how I wish. That's akwaba. Oh, how I wish. But in Dui or Dui, it means hello. Hi. Now coming to their 2 most famous dishes in Ghana. The 2 most famous dishes. The first one is wange. speaking my own South African language. So yeah, Wankye, Wankye, Waakye. Wankye is rice and beans, rice and beans. It is a dish made with rice and black-eyed peas or beans, often served with fried plantain, eggs, and spicy sauce. Spicy sauce. So sebab ayo is sauce. Yeah, Papa. Yeah, Papa. It's spicy with a spicy sauce. That was Wankye. 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 After that, we have banku and tilapia. Banku and tilapia. Banku and tilapia is fermented corn dough and grilled fish. It sounds like this would be my absolute favorite. That's, I just feel it. Like when I go to Ghana, I'm gonna be like, you know what? Can I please have bangu and tilapia? Bangu and tilapia. Yeah, sounds like I would love it. Fermented corn dough and grilled fish. Why would I love it? You may wonder. I love seafood. I love seafood. People usually say sushi tastes horrible. I love me some good sushi from, a top-notch restaurant. Absolutely love it. I don't buy store-bought sushi because that's dangerous. I feel like that's dangerous. If you're eating raw meat, you better make sure that you're buying it from a trusted source or a trusted, place. But love it. One of my favorite Asian food or Asian dishes. Definitely sushi. Definitely sushi. I loved it so much, such that on my birthday, my Japanese friend would just buy me top quality sushi by taking me into a sushi restaurant, a sushi restaurant, and I would have so much fun. And what I found interesting is that I'm not sure if it was my friend or it's actually real, but they said that they don't like gifting each other gifts or gifting friends, gifts that last forever, because that means commitment, or you're stuck with that thing forever. Even if you don't like it, you're stuck with it. We're stuck with it, which is quite different from our culture in South Africa. You want to buy something for someone, something that is sentimental, something that they get to keep forever and remember you by. You know what I mean? Even if you're not there, they're like, oh my God, I got that from Zimbabwe. I got that from my friend. So that was quite interesting. is happening after, I feel like I would love it, after Bangu and tilapia. Bangu and tilapia. I think we should move on to Nigeria because we spoke about wangia and then bandu tilapia, which was our second dish. Okay, what do we have in Kenya? Hello, Kenya. Hi. Hello, Kenya. Hello. Hello, Kenya. How do you say hello in Kenya? Hello. In Kenya we have Swahili. In Swahili, habari. Is it habari? The national anthem is South Africa. Hibiri, boos. What? Hibiri. But in Kenya you say habari. That is Swahili. What two famous dishes do we have in Kenya? Where did I lose my pointer? Okay. It's down here. It fell. My pointer fell. So in Kenya, our first dish is ugali and sukuma wiki. Which is maize porridge and collard greens. So ugali and sukuma is a thick maize porridge served with sauteed collard greens and meat or fish. I think I would like this one too. I'd like it. Why? Because it's very easy to win me. I love anything and everything that has meat in it. If you have meat, like spicy, like delicious meat, I am sold. Love it. Seafood, I am sold. You don't need to impress me. That's already impressive as it is, okay? I apologize, vegans. I apologize, vegetarians. I'm sorry. I tried. It's not for everyone. I tried. And yeah, what's interesting about this dish is that in my language, sukuma means something else. Sukuma. Kausukumi kaloku ndikubone. Stand up. Ukusukuma is to stand up. Sukuma ndikubone kaloku. Stand up, I want to take a look at you. Sukuma. So that's interesting that ugali and sukuma wiki is a dish. Looks like I'd love it. Why? Because of the meat, of course. And then after that, we have our second dish. Our second dish is way, but I just had the word nyama and I'm sold. Because I know what nyama means in my language. It means meat. So, nyama, choma, nyama, choma are the clicks in Kenya. So maybe it's nyama choma, but in Xhosa you would pronounce it nyama choma, which is grilled meat. I thought as much because nyama, I think that's a universal term in Africa. Nyama or nama, it has got to mean meat. Grilled meat, I'm sold because I love me some grilled meat. It is charcoal grilled meat. Okay, just relax. I'm just imagining meat in my head. Fried meat, grilled, all juicy with spices. Just, oh my god. Okay. Let's continue. Relax. My mouth is starting to water right now. It's charcoal grilled meat, often goat or beef, served with kachumbari. Kachumbari is a tomato and onion salad. Okay. I like that. It's official. When or if I get to visit Kenya, I'll be like, can I get a nyama and choma, or a nyama and choma? Ndifuna inyama nechoma mnasaqaqaqwaba kanti Kenya. Okay, now let's move to country number 4. So many countries to pick from. Mandisebenza amathambo engqondo ndicingisise ukuba leliphi elinye ilizwe elilandelayo endifuna ukuqhubekeka ndithethe ngokutya kwalo. Now, with over 50 countries that I have to pick from, which country can I talk about? Which one are you most likely to be interested in? I'm pretty sure all of them, but I have to make a tough choice of selecting another one. The next country is Ethiopia. Okay, so in Ethiopia, how do you say hi? And what language do they use? Don't worry, I got you. Don't worry. In Ethiopia, relax. In Ethiopia, we have Amharic, and they say shh. Let's wait for the car. Okay. In Amharic, they say selam. That is Amharic famous dishes. We have Dorowat, 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 Dorowat. Dorowat is spicy chicken stew. Spicy chicken stew. Dorowat, 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 Dorowat. What is Dorowat? It is a rich and spicy chicken stew, slow cooked with berry spice, served with injera, which is pounded flat bread. I kind of feel that. I feel that that is something that my grandmother used to make us for lunch all the time in South Africa. Most South Africans know about this dish. I have no idea what it's called. We don't have a name for it. But I know what you mean. I've knocked it. So it is, that was Dorowat. Dorowat. I think I've had that. My grandmother used to make that for lunch. Used to make us that for lunch all the time. And then after that, we have tips. Tips is salted meat. It is stir-fried beef. Oh my gosh. This would be my favorite. It is stir-fried beef, lamb or goat, cooked with onions, garlic and spices. Onion, garlic and spices. Lovely. After that, let's move on to the next country. For our fifth country number 5, we have Morocco. Se Morocco kenguku. Morocco. Absolutely beautiful country, Morocco. And when it comes to Morocco, we have, how do you say hello? And what language do they use? In Morocco, they use Arabic, and you say salam alaikum. So the first meal in Morocco, we have tagine, tejain, tagine, which is slow cooked stew. A slowly cooked dish made with meat, vegetables, and spices. It is cooked in a conical clay pot. Oh my gosh, cooked in a conical clay pot. I feel like that would be so rich, the richest stew I would ever taste in my life. I would absolutely love to try it out, because what I find interesting, food that is cooked outside using the fire from outside tastes totally different from the one that is cooked using an electric stove. I can taste it. At least I can taste it. I can feel like, oh, this one tastes like it was cooked using the fire from outside. I'm like, okay. Okay. This one tastes like it was cooked using an electric stove. I can taste it. I can absolutely taste it. It's more like even the chickens, you can taste that. There's one inkukhu yasemakhaya. Le inkukhu yasemakhaya uyayiva ihlukile kwinkukhu ikhonitshi elithengweyo shop. I can taste the difference between a chicken that was like the normal chickens that we have in our households. I can taste and then when having not the store-bought chicken that's already cut for you, but this other chicken, we call it ikonichi. I can taste the difference from ikonichi and the chicken that we have in our household. Which one tastes better? And I also can taste the one that is bought from the shop, from the store that's already cut, which is more kind of processed. I can taste it, that it tastes different from the one that is ikonichi. And they just taste different. The best quality one, I hear something outside, like someone banging something. Do you hear it? Let's hope you don't. The one that you buy at the shop that's processed, it tastes like this. If that's even a taste, this is how it tastes. It tastes like that. And then we have ikonishi. Ikonishi tastes different. It tastes decent, but kuku yasemakaya, we call it umleqwa. Umleqwa, guys, it has that flavorful. It tastes so good. Umleqwa tastes amazing. Growing up, my parents grew up in a household where their parents would raise or have their own chickens, and even when I'm in the village and making videos, you could hear chickens in the background. That's because it's very common for us in South Africa, in the villages, to have our own chickens and have our own eggs. Even with the eggs, I can taste this egg is this one is this one from this chicken. I can even taste it when it comes to eggs as well. So in the villages, you grow your own chickens, they hatch their own eggs, you use all of those. So growing up, my parents grew up in households where they would eat umleqwa. They would eat umleqwa, inkukhu zasemakhaya, umleqwa, and it tasted amazing. And now when they went to school, had their own careers and moved to the towns that they were, staying in, they started buying, this processed meat. And they were like, no, this is not it. No, is this even meat? It tastes like plastic. This is not meat, it tastes like plastic. So they decided, you know what? We like inkukhu engumleqwa. So every time they would go back to my grandmother's every now and then to get umleqwa so that they could eat proper meat. And they found a place where they sell amakonich. And instead of buying umleqwa, they would buy amakonich. So guess what? Sometimes my dad would come from work very late and he would come with ikonish. And every time we're watching TV and then he comes carrying ikonish, nobody wants to prepare that meat. We would all run to our bedrooms to go and pretend as if we're sleeping, because it's late at night, and preparing ikonichi or umleqwa is a lot of hard work because there's unaliving involved. Secondly, you have to take out the feathers, and you have to chop all the body parts, and then after that you have to take out the guts and intestines. And I forgot the name of that thing, but I'll try googling it and put an English name somewhere here. But I know it in Xhosa we call it inyongo. You make sure that inyongo does not pop, because once inyongo pops, it affects all your meat. It doesn't matter how well you wash it. It will have that taste like you poured, I don't know what's on it, but it tastes horrible once that thing pops. Shh, let's wait for the car. Let's wait. Shh, must let it go. I got great eyes on ngatijikeleza apa. Dlula kaloku ndiyadividiya apa. If inyongo pops, it affects your entire meat. So you have to be so delicate and soft when you're taking out the guts and intestines and everything. And guess what? In our household, we'd eat everything, including the intestines, which means you have to take out the poop from the intestines. And the practice of doing that is called ukukulula matumbu. Ukukulula amatumbu. That means you have to ukukulula amatumbu. Ukukulula amatumbu. And then after that, the side you're cooking the meat, this time you're frying the livers, the meat, the intestines, the heart, and everything. It would take forever. So we'd all go and pretend like we're sleeping. So we'd go sleep. And my dad loved meat. I think I took after him in terms of loving meat. He really loved meat. So he would do it himself. He's like, I feel like eating meat today. He would do all these things, put it on the stove himself, and started cooking it. And guess what? After he's done and we can stop pretending to sleep and he's done eating and then he went to go sleep, we would all wake up. Square. Square. Kopinya. Tatibis. Awufike kuseni ufika sayiphelile inyama sanqifika walala manyani funeka usilalisile kaloku wena. So after he's done, he would tiptoe our way, tiptoe to the kitchen, take out pieces. And sometimes he would be like, shh, the lights are off right in the kitchen. So we would tiptoe. So we switch on the lights, like, oh, you guys are not sleeping. I see. So, yeah. Anyway, let's move on to the next dish. What is it? The next dish from Morocco is cows. Cows is steamed semolina granules, a staple dish that is made from steamed semolina, served with vegetables, meat, and broth. Okay, love that. Now, country number six. Our sixth country, we have Senegal. In Senegal, they speak Wolof. flavorful dish of fish, rice, and vegetables cooked with a tomato-based sauce. Tomato-based sauce. That is thebodine. And then after that, we have yassa olet. Yassa olet is chicken yassa. Chicken yassa is a chicken marinated with lemon, mustard, and onions, then grilled or stewed. I'd rather have it grilled. That was yassa poulet. And then let's move on to seventh country. Seventh country is Uganda. That's Uganda. Others call it Uganda. But other people say Uganda. But it is Uganda. In Uganda, the language that they use is Luganda. In Luganda, you say hello by saying Oli Oja. Luganda, Oli Oja. Uganda. And the first famous dish is a dish of, I'm reading the description before even reading the name of the dish. How dare I? It's called matoke. Matoke is steamed green bananas. I've heard of matoke. I've heard of it. Yeah, it's steamed green bananas. It's a dish of mashed green bananas cooked with onions, tomatoes, and meat or peanuts. Interesting. Wow, matoke. I don't like eating ripe banana, the yellow one. I don't like that. So I love bananas, by the way. So when I go to the shop, I always buy the ones that have some green to them. They're not quite like entirely green, because that would not be good for your health. They are just, I don't know how to explain it, but they're still green. They're not too soft. Those taste amazing. They're still firm. Those taste amazing to me. Once they are like, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So I love green bananas. I've never ate cooked bananas though, and I don't like peanuts. I don't like peanuts that look like this. But I love peanuts. Nuts. I don't know what they call them, but I know what they called in isiXhosa. Diyabathanda okoqo. We call it okoqo. Okoqo look like this. I love okoqo so much. They taste different from the other ones. I don't like peanuts. I really don't. And I don't even like peanut butter, but I can eat peanut butter more than I would eat peanuts. And I wouldn't eat it all by itself on bread. I would use peanut butter, and then I would use jam, and then I would use rama, all three together. If I were to choose to just jam and rama, why am I saying rama? Butter. I would use butter and then jam and then peanut butter. But when I would use, I want to say rama so bad. I would use butter and then I would use jam. I don't eat bread with just peanut butter. I'm sorry, I hate peanuts. Hate is such a strong word, but I really despise them. I hate them so much. Such that when I would watch movies, I'm not allergic to anything, by the way. So when I watch movies, I'd see people like, I'm allergic to peanuts. I'm allergic to peanuts. Their face is all swollen. It's like, oh, there is such as a peanut allergy. So when I go somewhere, I'm like, does this have peanuts? Does this have peanuts? Does this have peanuts? Because I know it's not going to be such a bad thing to say I don't want it if it has peanuts. I hate them. I hate them so much. But okoko, on the other hand, love them. My mom used to have a friend who was a farmer. A friend was a farmer, my mom's friend, like this couple friends of my parents. They were farmers. So we would go visit them. Every time we would go visit them, we would go inside the garden, the farm. Like they were like huge farmers. Like that, they supplied to local supermarkets. In the small town we grew up in, they supplied to the local superstores their, produce. They were that big. So we would go to their farm. My mom loved amasi because she loved cooking umpokotho. Hate umpokotho. So she would go to that farm. They had cows, goats, sheep, everything. So she would get fresh amasi so that she could cook umpokotho. She would go to their farms to get that. So every time we get there, and they would tell us just go inside and get whatever like fruit that you guys would like. I would always run for mangoes, and if not for mangoes in season, I would always run for okoko. I would always run for okoko. Pecans, I don't know. I would always run for okoko, and I didn't even mind doing that thing. That's how they got the name, I would assume. You crack it with your mouth and then you open them and then take out, you eat them. Loved me okoko till this day. Love them so much. I have a video that's planned for you guys where I was filming at a store, and I also saw okoko, and I was like, oh my gosh, I got nostalgia because I've never had okoko in such a long time, and I bought them. They're so expensive. I had no idea because I used to get them for free. Now that you have to buy things. But one thing I'd never buy though is guavas. I'm never buying a guava in my life. I'm sorry. Guavas are everywhere, and even in our villages, even if you're walking on the street, you see guava trees, and you just grab a guava and eat it. So even if I'm in a big city or something, I would never buy a guava because it's so common for us, and it feels like a fraud if I'm buying a guava. I'm thinking of Orlando Brown. Do you guys remember that meme with Orlando Brown? It's like, why are we buying apples? Why are we paying for apples? That's what I feel like when I'm buying a guava. I'm like, why? Why would I buy a guava? I'm not buying a guava. We have guava trees even in our own yard, so I wouldn't buy a guava for that reason too. So, yeah. And after that, we have, I spoke about matoke. After matoke, we have Rolex. Not the watch, but the dish. Rolex is eggs and chapati wrap Z for Uganda. After Uganda, we have Angola. Angola, or Angola as others call it, but it is Angola. Angola, 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 Angola. You have Portuguese, 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 Portuguese. How do you say hi in Portuguese? Spoken in Angola, in Portuguese. Hola, 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 hola. In Angola, hola. In Angola, hola. In Angola, that is Portuguese, Portuguese, Portuguese. In Portuguese, you say hola, and then after that we have our famous dishes. I was just gonna move to the next country. After that we have to talk about our two dishes, right? The very first dish is Muamba de Kaliha. Muamba de Kaliha. Muamba de Kaliha, which is chicken stew with palm oil, and it is a spicy chicken stew cooked with palm oil, garlic, and okra. Muamba de Kaliha, Muamba de Kaliha. And then our second dish is funge, funge, funge. Funge is cassava porridge, cassava porridge. Funge is a soft, sticky porridge made from cassava flour, often served with stew. Funge, funge, funge. Ingathi into engatyiwa ngapha eLimpopo leyo. Ingathi bendithile ngayo ngoba ndithetha ngamazwe lapha eMzantsi Afrika. Xa ndathetha ngefunje, asidli cassava apha emaMpondweni nasemaXhoseni, okanye yatyiwa ke kodwa ndikava umntu olityalile yona. Andiqhelanga. And after that, we have Zimbabwe. As Zimbabwe, they speak Shona. As Zimbabwe, they speak Shona. In Shona, saying hello, hi, is very, very similar to isiXhosa. Esixhoseni, we say molo, molo, molo. That is MOLO. But in Shona, they discard the L, and then they put the R. They put an R. So it is moro, 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 moro. That is Shona, moro, moro, moro. And then they put an H. So it's MHORO. Moro, moro, moro. In Xhosa we don't have an H, but we have an L, not an R. Molo, 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 molo njani moro, moro. In Zimbabwe, Shona, also speak a language that is spoken in South Africa. That is Ndebele, Ndebele, Ndebele. In Zimbabwe, you're most likely to find South African languages as well. There's like a small population speaking isiXhosa and isiZulu as well. And so that's why you also find Ndebele speaking people. Ndebele is spoken there in the upper parts of South Africa, where Zimbabwe starts. Wait for the car. Ndebele, 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 Salibonani, Salibonani. Salibonani, Salibonani, Ndebele, Salibonani, Salibonani, Salibonani as Ndebele. But the most common language is Shona, Moro. And the very first dish I want us to cover in Zimbabwe is sadza and nyama. Sadza and nyama. You definitely know it's gonna be my favorite. Sadza and nyama. Sadza and nyama, which is maize porridge and meat stew. Maize porridge and meat stew. It is a thick maize porridge served with meat stew and vegetables. Sadza and nyama. And then after that we have muriwo unedovi. Muriwo unedovi. Muriwo unedovi is greens with peanut butter. Greens with peanut butter. I love greens, I love vegetables, but I don't think I would love the dish because of the peanut butter part of it. Yeah, I don't think I'd be a fan of moriwo unedivo, moriwo onedovi, moriwo onedovi. I don't think I'd be a fan, but I definitely would love me some sita and nyama, but moriwo onedovi is leafy greens cooked with peanut butter for a creamy and savory dish. Okay, cool, awesome, great. Okay, now it is time to move to our 10th and final dish and country. What is it? What is it, you may wonder? For our 10th and final country. Final country. We have Mali. 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 In Mali, you say hi by saying inike, inise, inike, ainise, inike, ainise. I'm definitely butchering that. I'm sorry. That is Bambara, inike, inise, and there are two most dishes is okay, so the first dish is tikuwa de jena. Tikuwa de jena, which is peanut stew. Peanut stew. It is maybe the reason why I don't know how to pronounce it. It is because it has peanuts in it. Maybe that's why. I'm just joking around. It is a rich stew made with beef, peanut butter, tomatoes, and spices. Okay, after that we have one I think I would like. It's fufu and okra soup. Fufu and okra soup, which is cassava dough and okra soup. It is a soft, scrunchy dough served with flavored okra-based soup. That was Mali. So now, I'd like to ask you a few questions. Out of all the dishes I've covered today, which one's is your absolute favorite you like? You know what? I feel like I'd love this one. This one would be my absolute favorite. And which one you like? No. I wouldn't like that. Or you perhaps have it in your country, but you use a different name, so you know for a fact that you don't like it. You know for a fact that you wouldn't like it. Which one is it? So, those are the two questions I have for you guys. And before I go, I would love, absolutely love, it would be a pleasure for me to read you word of the day. Word of the day. These are words of encouragement to carry you throughout the rest of the week. Where are we going to get them? I just do these things as I go, and we're going to be getting them from the book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 33. Proverbs chapter 1 verse 33 is the word of the day. And Proverbs chapter 1 verse 33 reads, "But whoever listens to me will dwell in safety, secure from the fear of evil." That is Proverbs chapter 1 verse 33. So, dwell in the Lord all the days of your life, and He will protect you from evil. He will be with you, guide you, protect you. Whoever might try to practice evil on you, they will not succeed, because you dwell in the Lord. Absolutely love it. And now I'm just gonna read it in isiXhosa. The the reason why is because we're doing an African themed video with different languages, different cultures, different countries, and I would also love to read this Bible verse in a different language for you guys. What other language than my own? isiXhosa. Masifunde. So let's read it in Xhosa now. Ilizwi lethu lanamhlanje eliza kunomeleza linithwale kuyo yonke le veki siza kuyiqala ngoku. Sizawulifumana kwincwadi yemizekeliso isahluko sokuqala ivesi yamashumi amathathu anesithathu. Lifundeka ngolu hlobo. Let's wait for the car. Do you hear that? Do you hear that? Anyway, I feel like there's something vibrating. Could it be a fridge or something? Maybe it is. Okay. It reads, Lufundeka ngolu hlobo. Kodwa umntu ondimamelayo uza kuhlala ekhuselekile. Aze angaphazanyiswa kukoyika intlekele. Ngoko ke niyamva uThixo uthini? Uthi umntu ohlala kuye uza kuhlala ekhuselekekile ngawo onke amaxesha. Akukho bubi obuza kumncinda kwaye akukho bubi obuza kumnqoba. Nawe ke hlala kusomandla kule veki akuthwale wazi uba ukhuselekile.